DC News Now, Virginia Democrats with a sweeping victory on election night, taking control of the House and Senate.
We have officially blocked the Republicans taking control, which means there will be no abortion ban in Virginia.
What this means for Republicans who now have to cross the aisle.
This is a chance for us to get Virginia moving at the pace that Virginians deserve.
Plus, the district has a new top cop. Why leaders believe appointing Pamela Smith will keep you safe. The seasonable temperatures return. Why you should bundle up before heading out the door this morning. Also ahead, knowing your self-worth. We're breaking down ways to practice your self-worth and build confidence. And your exclusive first look inside this year's ICE exhibit. A sneak preview of this year's attraction with the holiday season right around the corner.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning. Ooh, look at that. It is 6 o'clock right now on a Wednesday morning, starting off with a live look outside. That is so pretty to see. It's a little eerie though with the red, but good morning and thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Tanaya Wright.
Yeah, good morning to you. I'm Corey James. Shanika, she's tracking the roads out there for you this morning. She's going to have those updates in just a moment. Turning things over to Jackie, who is tracking your forecast. How are things looking today?
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, out there this morning, a little bit cooler than yesterday morning, and then later on today, it'll be seasonable, so not nearly as warm as yesterday. So if you're hoping for the 70s, you just have to wait till tomorrow because they're back again. But anyway, let's talk about those temperatures out there right now. 40s and 50s, low 50s right now in the district. We're low 40s though as you head farther off towards the north, towards Hagerstown. Also low 40s over towards Cumberland, Martinsburg as well. Mid 40s, Winchester. Mid upper 40s for Culpeper and Orange, but some of the warmer spots on the map, that's Lexington Park coming into the upper 50s right now. But again, upper 40s over towards Waldorf. Temperature difference from yesterday morning. This morning, a noticeable difference up and down the I-81 corridor where we're running at least 10 degrees colder at this point, or about 5 degrees colder to start off this morning in DC. Warm fronts just down towards our south and west. That will lift in. That will be bringing us the warm up that we see for the day tomorrow. Today, seasonable. Tomorrow, back in the upper 70s to near 80. Yes, we're going to be at or near record-breaking warm tomorrow. Then we fall back into the 50s on Friday, and that cooler air looks like it will settle in for the weekend. More details on that coming up. Shanika's here with the on-point look at those roads. How's traffic right now?
All right, looking so far so good, Jackie. We're going to head into northern Virginia. Here's 395 heading northbound over the 14th Street Bridge. You are seeing some traffic out there. Cars rolling by, but no congestion. So that's the good thing. Hopefully it stays that way. Looking at Maryland, this is VW Parkway heading north and southbound right near 202, and it's looking good. I'm starting to see a lot of movement out there heading southbound. So once you get to DC 295, you're going to start to see some red there, some congestion. 95 on the Maryland and Virginia side. It's looking all good.
DC News Now is your local election headquarters, and Democrats projected to take majority control of the Virginia General Assembly.
Yeah, they kept the majority in the state Senate, and projections show they're also flipping the House. DC News Now's Joseph Akile is live in the newsroom this morning, breaking down those election results. Tosin, good morning.
Good morning, Corey and Tanaya. A pretty major win for Dems in Virginia State House. At last check, News Nation is reporting in the House of Delegates, the Democrats have more than 50 seats. That's pretty major, with about 60% of the votes that are in. So let's take a look at how those numbers break down. News Nation reporting Democrats have 51 seats in the Virginia House of Delegates, and Republicans hold 44 seats. In Northern Virginia, those House of Delegates districts in Fairfax County, Democrats holding on to strong leads, including in the 6 to 11 district. Over in the Senate, News Nation reporting Democrats have 21 Democrat seats and Republicans have 17 seats. In some of the major Northern Virginia district, Democrats are leading. The 30th district in Prince William County, Democrat Danica Rome in the lead with 51.67% over Republican Billy Wolf III, who has 48.33%. The 31st district in Loudoun County has Democrat Russet Perry in the lead with 52.63% over Juan Segura with just over 47%. The major victory for Virginia Democrat lawmakers, many who campaigned on the topic of abortion. And it's a major loss, not just for Republicans, but also Governor Glenn Youngkin, who was out at voting polls yesterday, drumming up support for Republicans on the ballot and meeting voters. DC News Now spoke with the Virginia Democrat vice chair yesterday as the results were coming in on what this majority win means.
If we did not maintain the majority in the Senate, you would see Virginia go to where like Mississippi or Alabama or like Florida, DeSantis-style policies in Florida. We're not going to have that in Virginia.
And of course, these results are still coming in. We're following the results as they do. We'll keep you updated and keep you updated on how they come out. We're also following some of those local races that are competitive and mean a lot to the voters that I spoke to. We'll have those coming up for you in the next half hour. But for now, we're live in the newsroom. I'm Tosin Fakile for DC News Now. Back to you.
Thank you, Tosin. And we are watching a tight race in the Virginia State Senate. A winner has not yet been declared in the Fredericksburg area's 27th district. 3 candidates vying for that seat. Right now, Republican Tara Duran has a slight lead over Democrat Joel Griffin. You can see on your screen. Independent candidate Monica Gary has a 5% stake of the vote. In Virginia's 30th district, Democrat Danica Rome is set to become the Commonwealth's first openly transgender senator. Rome was elected to the state Senate seat yesterday. She beat Republican opponent Bill Wolf by about 2,000 votes. Wolf is a former Fairfax County police officer and was endorsed by Governor Youngkin. Delegate Rome is most accomplished in her legislation to secure free meals for students.
I'm going to continue working to provide universal free school breakfast for all kids, protecting our land in western Prince William County, and I'm going to continue working to make Virginia a more inclusive Commonwealth. I am willing to fight like hell for our values.
Now, Rome says she wants Virginia to be a place for people who don't have to be afraid of who they are. And in Virginia's 31st district, Democrat Russet Perry is set to take the Senate seat there. Election number shows she is leading by about 4,500 votes. Perry said she was drawn to the Senate race for abortion rights. She is a former prosecutor in Loudoun County and former CIA officer. She beat Republican Juan Segura. He is the co-founder of District Donut. Top issues in his campaign include education and safety. And in the end, Perry is the projected winner, as you can see on your screen. She says that her role will be as a public servant, putting people in her district first.
We're also tracking the Prince William County Chair Board of Supervisors race. Right now, Democrat Deshandra Jefferson is 4 points ahead of Republican Janine Lawson. Now 99% of the votes are in. Jefferson says she is focusing on funding schools and lowering the cost of living. She also believes the controversial data centers belonging in industrial areas not next to schools or homes. Lawson currently serves as the Brentsville District Supervisor. She says she is committed to protecting the county's rural areas and holding home builders accountable. Lawson also says she is committed to lowering taxes and supporting the local economy. And Fairfax County is also electing a new Board of Supervisors chair, incumbent Democrat Jeffrey McKay securing another term. He is in the lead with 67% of the vote over Republican Arthur Purves. Now, McKay was elected in 2019. And keep in mind, there are no automatic recounts in Virginia. However, if the difference in a race is 1% or less, the losing candidate can petition the courts for a recount. Now, this has to be done within 10 days of results being certified. For writing candidates, the difference cannot be more than 5%. And be sure to stay with us for continued coverage on elections in Maryland and Virginia all day today. And for around-the-clock election results, be sure to visit our website, dcnewsnow.com. All right, time right now is 6:07. Pamela Smith is now officially D.C.'s police chief.
That is right. The D.C. Council unanimously voted to confirm her. Smith was appointed as D.C.'s acting police chief back in July after former Chief Robert Conti stepped down. She's making history as the first black female to lead the department. Council member Charles Allen spoke on her nomination.
I think we all are rooting for her success, but we also recognize that combating the crime that we are seeing in our communities right now does not rest on her shoulders alone, and it is something that's going to have to take the entire government, all agencies, everybody has to step up and do their part of this job so that we can all be successful.
Now she's expected to tackle crime, hiring and retaining officers, and building community relationships. And happening today, D.C. Councilmember Brooke Pinto is hosting a hearing about her crime accountability bill. The legislation focuses on increasing consequences for violent gun crimes and carjackings. People living in the district are invited to testify on the issue. The bill will be discussed at 10 a.m. in the Wilson building. And
this morning, we're learning more about the man arrested by U.S. Capitol Police after they say he carried a gun near the Capitol yesterday. Authorities have identified him as 21-year-old Amir Merrill from Atlanta. Authorities say Merrill, a registered sex offender, was in a park outside Senate office buildings and across from Union Station around noon. They say he was walking along the sidewalk with a gun. According to U.S. Capitol Police Chief, officers ordered him to stop, but they say Merrill kept going, causing one officer to use a stun gun on him.
And a former teacher in Montgomery County is expected to appear in court today. She is accused of sexually abusing a minor. The man said the abuse began in 2015 when he was just 14 years old. Melissa Curtis was 22 years old at the time and teaching at Montgomery Village Middle School. The man claims Curtis touched him inappropriately, had sex with him multiple times, and gave him alcohol and marijuana. She turned herself into authorities yesterday.
When I went to this school, obviously many years ago, we never had any kind of issues like that.
Even my kid was telling me, Mom, it's just something like, I'm worried about it, what happened.
Curtis also taught at Lakelands Park Middle School. Police suspect there could be more victims. And Montgomery County Police investigating 2 anti-Semitic drawings found at Wooten High School. The principal said students found a swastika on a desk. Another student also says a swastika was found on a bathroom wall. The Wooten administration says both images were quickly removed and reported to police. The principal condemned these actions in a statement saying, quote, events like what we experienced are wrong. They have absolutely no place at Wooten High School or any place in our community.